DC finally got a good crossover after one bad crossover over another. Unbelievable. Blackest Night is very, very good, and I would recommend it for anyone. After, I don't know, Infinite Crisis came out, its first half was good, and its second half was, well, going downhill for some weird reason, because, I don't know, maybe because they switched the artist and the writer. And then came 52, which I would recommend. Very good book. A very good set of books. And then came Countdown. Let's ignore Countdown ever existed, shall we? Hey, why not? Grant Morrison did. And then came Trinity, which I didn't care much about. And then Final Crisis by Grant Morrison, which may... well, basically, knowing Grant Morrison and his style of writing, you'll be scratching your head wondering what the fuck you're reading, and I have to honestly say I sympathize with you, since this is the style of Grant Morrison, and every book that he usually leaves, like now he's on the Batman books, and I would not recommend Batman and Robin, even though hundreds of comic book fans love his writing, even though it can be best summed up as confusing, not making any sense, and I have no idea what the fuck I'm reading, but yet they recommend it and love his writing no matter what. Other than that, you know, and Marvel just beating the ass out of DC, starting with Civil War, and all there, you have to order 100 copies of Civil War to get the special Mike Turner cover, and another 1,000 copies to get the special Mike Turner sketch cover. I'm not joking. They actually put that on as a set of requirements to get those two covers, and to order 1,000 covers for the Mike Turner covers and another 1,000 for the Michael Turner sketch covers. But yet it was highly successful and sold into the 3,000 range. Yeah, Michael Turner was a great artist until he unfortunately died. But yeah, but other than that, I pretty much despise Marvel, and of course they're now not doing so well. And the X-Men franchise is, well, after Grant Morrison and Josh Whedon were pretty much done with it. Pretty much the series went downhill, but that was predictable, especially since, I mean, Josh Whedon's first half of Astonishing X-Men was good, but his second half, I don't even think Josh Whedon even wrote the second half, but that's just my opinion, because it just went 150 degrees from what the hell it was going and went some other bizarre direction. And of course, you know, when I reread it, I realized that the biggest danger to the Earth was a giant bullet. I mean, on Astonishing X-Men, a giant freaking bullet to destroy the Earth. So when did the X-Men started fighting Marvin the Martian, for crying out loud? I was just waiting for Bugs Bunny to come up and save everybody. Just not a good story. It's just, the second half was just utter crap in my opinion. But whatever. Marvin the Martian seems to be the perfect villain for Josh Whedon, I guess. Not forgetting the Outlaw Star, Firefly sort of conundrum. Ignore what I said about the anime Outlaw Star. But anyways, back to my topic. Blackest Night by Jeff Jones. I would recommend it, and it is a great and wonderful book, and DC has finally hit it. Captain Idiot, or you like to, like most people like to call him, Dan Didio, is probably laughing all giddy inside, finally happy that he has a good writer after so many poor, solicited, and crappy writers. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look at Will Pfeiffer's Amazon's Attack and understand why you know, just try to not go with the reflex of trying to rip your eyes out of your socket from reading that godly trash. And yeah, finally, DC, you finally did it. after such a long time. I mean, yes, Sinestro Corp was considered the greatest story of all times, even though that was thrown into the back burner for a crappier story called World War Hulk, in which everybody loved the crap out of, even though continuity-wise it didn't make any freaking sense, and I'm still trying to find out how Greg Pak can lose continuity with himself, but yet everybody picked World War Hulk, but most of the critics and everybody else who was living in the real world like Sinestro Corp, and now Blackest Night is out. Damn good story, damn good reading, damn good comic book. It's one of the best, and Jeff Jones really does know his Green Lanterns very well, and he has shown it. This comic book deserves every appraise that it's getting and every ounce of love for this comic. And I also think, in my honest opinion, since Jeff Jones is writing nearly every single comic book in DC Comics, I mean, he's not writing them all, clearly, but he's writing a shitload of them, then I think he's pretty much outshined Grant Morrison by the biggest long shot I've ever seen in my entire life. I still don't know why Grant Morrison's the great and powerful Grant Morrison, even though the man writes like an embryonic painting, and you can't really understand any or half the shit he writes, but whatever. I guess that's your opinion, but my honest opinion, get fucking Blackest Night. Damn good comic book, worth every fucking cent after having to go through so much crap.